Okay, got a lot on my mind right now. Whether or not I should get a second job, so I can alleviate some of the financial pressure I'm currently under. That, of course, I put myself in, but still, that's pretty much how I operate. 2, how do I even go about getting a second job? My God, it's been forever since I've had to even think about a job interview or asking for days off. And how are people going to think about me when I say, oh, by the way, you just hired me. I am completely appreciative of this, but I am leaving for Orlando in less than a month. So I won't be here for like 9 days. Sorry. Hopefully, somebody will hire me, because right now, hours at work are going to start picking up. At least they should, because the movie season is about to get really busy. Like this week, we have Interstellar and Big Hero 6. Next week, we have Dumb and Dumber 2. The week after, we've got Mockingjay. And then you've got Horrible Bosses and The Penguins of Madagascar to end the month. And that's just this month. That's just the month of November. Now, I will state right now that usually when we get busy, that means more hours, which is a good thing. And it's something we definitely need right now. We, as in me, of course, definitely need these hours, obviously, so I can make money to live. And in essence, basically make money to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, go to movies in Athens, pay off my credit card. That's about it. It's pretty much what I spend money on. I don't smoke, so I don't have any sort of vice like that. So I don't smoke, I don't drink, no drugs, anything like that. So I don't spend money on stuff like that. I spend money on food and the occasional wrestling t-shirt. And granted, I went way overboard on wrestling t-shirts this year. And I'm not going to lie to you, if I'm able to get into the NXT TakeOver event on December 11th at Full Sail, I'll probably buy more, because there's a couple more I still want to buy. That's just how it works. Now, I am realistic, but I'm also still have my head in the clouds. And for those of you that know me by now, you probably should realize that by now, that I'm kind of a dreamer, obviously. But I'm not the only one, of course. As John Lennon once so eloquently put it. I will state right now that, yeah, I do live way, way beyond my means. But somehow, someway, I'm always able to bounce back, land on my feet. Now, granted, I get by with a lot of help from my family, and that's pretty much how it works. And I am completely appreciative of anything that a family member has ever done for me. I try not to take advantage. Sometimes it comes off that way, and I'm always apologetic because I always feel absolutely terrible when that happens. But somehow, someway, I always land on my feet. Regardless of what it is or whom helps me, I always land on my feet. I'm not exactly sure this time. And then I get this bright idea that I'm going to go to Halloween Horror Nights next year. Not just the 2 weeks that I'm going to be there in September. I'm actually going to be there for the closing weekend and the closing week of the event. Those 4 or 5 nights. Can't afford that, obviously. So I'm looking into a second job. Now, granted, holiday hours are probably a good thing. But our hours are going to pick up. It's not easy to find a job, but it's easy to find a job, if that makes any sense whatsoever. This is a really weird way to start this vlog of randomness, and I do actually have a topic for this video, but I wanted to kind of get this off my chest first. Now, YouTube helps a bit, and I do mean a very bit, through the views that you guys and girls out there have given me. I make a small amount. It's enough to put back a little bit every once in a while. I don't really make that much, obviously. And I'm not like one of the awesome YouTubers like my friends Tim and Jen who actually do make decent money off YouTube. And my friend Joe, I'm sure he makes decent money off YouTube, but I don't have that kind of a fan base yet. I do have a very loyal fan base, and I'm very appreciative to that loyal fan base. But I don't have enough people spreading the word. I do have a few, and I do appreciate that, but I don't have enough to make it an income, a viable second income. I know a lot of YouTubers that do have it as a viable second income. I do not have that yet. I'm working on it. I'm trying to network a little bit. I'm trying to hand out the pop business cards. I'm trying to get people to spread the word if they like what they see, to continue to watch and continue to help, like I said, spread the Popcaster revolution, which the Popcaster revolution now has turned into basically being me, AJ, and Ashley. Ben and Will have been a lot busier than before, and a couple other podcasters never really got off the ground. So basically, it's just the three of us kind of spreading the word here. And basically, more often than not, it's pretty much me and AJ, like, leading the helm, because Ashley does come for weekly videos, but there are times that he just can't make it, and he just can't do a video, and we completely understand that. But that's just how it works sometimes. So, I do appreciate my viewership, very much so, and I appreciate all of you out there that have told someone who told someone who told someone to check out Pop, the Halloween Horror Nights videos that are very, very popular. My Disney videos of any kind, like the ride-throughs, or videos about Illuminations, or Wishes, or Hallowishes at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year. All the videos I've done for Universal, the SeaWorld videos, talking about their Christmas spectacular, all those videos, thanks for watching those. The wrestling recaps I do every single week, numerous times a week. The award predictions, my God, I didn't realize until just recently just how well those videos do. When AJ and I sit in front of this camera and we talk about what our predictions are for the Academy Awards way earlier than most people start predicting, it starts to develop a buzz, and by the time we actually get to the actual Oscar ceremony, there's a lot of people that have watched these videos, and it's pretty cool, to be totally honest. I try to make everything really accessible. Everything is in a playlist. Everything has its place. It's kind of like when you're cleaning your room when you're a kid, and your mom tells you, and my mom actually told me, that everything has to have its own place. If something doesn't have its own place, find a place for it or get rid of it. That makes perfect sense, right? Well, I haven't deleted any of the playlist videos. They're all in one playlist. They're very easy to navigate. And if you want to find out a video, you want to see a video, a specific video, you could search for it, and you could just check out the various playlists. And make it very simple for my viewers to be able to find what they're looking for. Now, granted, sometimes I'm not able to do it right away, but I'm able to do it in the long term. So it makes perfect sense that I'm able to actually do it. It just might take a little bit. Just like when I come back from Orlando in September, it's kind of like, all right, now it's time to start branding the videos, putting them in playlists when I don't have necessarily time to do it. Even though, notoriously in September, the parks close a lot earlier than they do sometimes. And sometimes later, depending on what day you're looking at. But usually we're looking at early closures for the parks, which means I have nothing to do at night. Unless I hang out with friends, or unless it's a Halloween Horror Nights night, or Mickey's Not So Scary night, or I'm doing other things like Hollywood Drive-In Golf, or Winter Summerland, or Fantasia Gardens mini golf at Walt Disney World, or if I'm going to Blue Man Group, or if I go to Lanuba for Cirque du Soleil at Downtown Disney, or if I'm just at Downtown Disney going to Splitsville, or Disney Quest, or hanging out at Planet Hollywood. If I'm doing any of that stuff, obviously I'm going to be doing that. But most of the time, I do have a little bit of time on my hands. So I take that time usually to put stuff into the playlist. I don't do it right away, but I do end up doing it. Now, thankfully, I have a lot of devices that I'm able to use to film with, and a lot of devices that are making it a lot simpler to be able to put videos here on this channel. Now, I travel with a laptop, a brand new laptop, I'm very happy I got that. I have a tablet, a Google Nexus tablet, I have that. I have my digital camera, which I just started filming with, thanks to basically getting the inspiration because Tim and Jen film with their digital camera, so why not film with it? I film with a digital camera. And of course, I have the iPhone 5, which I'm filming with right now, and the iPod Touch, which is on its last days of camera. I think the camera is about to die, and once it does, then we're not going to have any more iPod, which is going to suck, so I'm going to have to find another way to do it, because it takes a lot longer to upload a video using the iPhone 5. Because what I have to do is I have to pull it off and then I have to put it on the desktop or a laptop, and then I have to transfer it directly from YouTube. Thankfully, I have a converter now, and it is, like, glorious, because it's basically cut my upload time in half. It is, if you're curious, it's called FreeMake Video Converter. Now, I'm sure there's better ones on the market. I'm sure there's better ones that I actually would have to pay for. But there are just, this thing makes it so much easier. So much easier and so much faster. It doesn't take 9 hours to upload videos anymore, thankfully. And I'm very happy because I don't want you guys to sit and wait for a video. I try to get it out as quick as I can. Now, granted, when AJ and I are watching 2 movies or 3 movies on a Friday, and then we have to do a late video, and we can't get the movie reviews out until really super early Saturday morning. Like, we're talking like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning. And we missed the opportunity because, obviously, if we get it out on Friday, if you're interested in a movie and we can talk about that movie, you can either decide to watch it or skip it based upon our reviews. And a lot of you out there have done that, and we totally appreciate that as well. So, yeah, that's what basically has been happening lately. I've had a lot of things on my mind. Personal stuff, yeah, obviously I don't talk about that here for good reason. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I've had to think about lately. Things I really don't want to think about, but things that I have to think about now, and I have to decide really what I want to do. Do I want to keep my Disney Vacation Club and continue to pay monthly dues on it and be able to utilize it to take my trips or partial parts of my trips? Or do I want to get rid of it and basically sell it for money and hope that I get a little bit of something out of it since I'm paying out so much for it? If I was able to do Disney Vacation Club without having a loan, I would have been able to do it. I had a lot of throwaway income when I got DVC, and now I don't. Not even close. I think if you could say what I have now versus what I had then, yeah, it's apples and oranges. It really is. So I got to think about that. I want to think about, do I spend enough time on Disney property anymore to justify having an annual pass? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, I'll be down there for reunion, and I have a couple of days here and there in the parks in September, but lately it's been a lot of Universal trips. Obviously, I spent a lot of time, 15 days in September/October, and I was at Universal for 9 of them. So, is it financially viable for me to be able to have one? Do I need to have a Tables in Wonderland card? That's $100 extra that I obviously don't have. So I have to wonder if that's going to be something that I need to have. I mean, there's a lot of questions right now. Obviously, do I keep my Universal Annual Pass? Absolutely. Disney Annual Pass? Not exactly sure. I definitely will downgrade for complete sure, but I don't know anything more than that. But when you're paying over $100 for an actual annual pass, actually, no, not annual pass, but if you're paying over, it's been a long night, I apologize. If you're paying $100, over $100 plus tax for a 1-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom, you don't get to hop, you don't get to do anything. 1-day ticket to the Magic Kingdom, it makes sense that I'm paying like $500-600 to be able to utilize an entire trip and entire 2 trips. And that's my time at reunion. And then my few days I'm there for September. Obviously, Mickey's Not So Scary and Food and Wine and all the things I get to do on Disney property. I'm doing a lot more on Universal property, which makes me think that it's probably better that I actually go for the actual like top tier Universal annual pass. And I probably will eventually. But I have to start getting my finances in more order. So, yeah, that's what we've got right now. I had an idea on the vlog of randomness today to talk about this is the first title drop for the segment today. I was going to talk about going to a theme park solo. You know, I think that's going to be next week's video. This is kind of a hodgepodge of what's been going on with everything right now. I mean, obviously, I have a lot of thinking to do at this point, and I have a lot of brand new segments that I'm sure you guys are enjoying. We have Sip and Snack coming up tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. I still have to find one more thing for the last part of Sip and Snack, but I've got 2 things covered. I need to figure out one more. I need a drink of some sort. I think the gimmick from now on is going to be I'm going to have Sip and Snack on every single video, but I'm not going to have like 4,000 energy drinks like I did last week. That was insane. Thank you for watching that video, but yeah, I'm probably still buzzing from that, to be honest. So yeah, that's what we've got right now. I did a Hollywood video for Halloween Horror Nights, just watching a couple walkthroughs from 3 different YouTube channels. That went over okay. I do have one more Halloween Horror Nights video to do for Orlando's event and talk about the event one last time. Give a final house ranking 1 through 8. Give a final Scare Zone ranking and give a final commentary on both Bill and Ted and Rocky Horror. I'll be doing that very soon. I am still debating what I want to do with my time in December. I am getting an extra day out of this, actually. I've already got that confirmed. And I'm going to be going over to Full Sail, if everything works out, to go to NXT TakeOver, which I'm looking forward to because it's the night that I'm pretty sure Sami Zayn's going to win the NXT Championship, and that's something I want to be in person for. And hopefully after that's over, then once he gets the championship, we hear some music we've never heard before, and here comes Kevin Steen out and says, you know what, we've battled all over the world, and I followed you here to NXT, and I want to take that championship off of you. So hopefully that probably happens. That's what we're looking at. Don't know what's going to happen for December strip yet. I know I'm checking into Bay Lake Tower my first night, which is December 3rd. And December 4th, I'm going to go into Pop, and I'll be at Pop until the 7th. On the 8th, I'll check out, and I'll go over to Cabana Bay, and I'll be at Cabana Bay until the 12th. I just found out, just today actually, that my aunt and my uncle will actually be there. So they will be at Universal the same time I will be. So I'm going to take them around and do the same thing I did for my dad and my stepmother in September and do a little tour guide gimmick. I think that'll work pretty well. I think we'll have some fun. Obviously going to hang out with all my Orlando friends. Looking forward to hanging out with Tim and Jen and Joe, and hopefully hanging out with John and hanging out with a couple others as well. Hope that ends up working out. Hopefully I get to hang out with the Orlando United group. I definitely need to go over to Cowfish. That's going to be spectacular. Cannot wait for that. Excuse me. And we got a busy week, of course, on Pop. Now, you have the video that I'm also going to put up today, and that is AJ's 15 movies, indie films that he watched recently. That's going to be up. And I don't, title subject to change. I'm sure it's not going to be called that, but it's going to be something like that. And I've got that coming up. And of course, Sip and Snack on tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Rice Krispie treats. There's a variety pack of those. I'm going to taste test those. And I have a couple of other things as well, so they're going to be on the video. It has the Dark Side of Skittles and one more, so we'll find a drink of some sort, though, at the bottom of that video. It might be an energy drink. It may be a soda. I haven't decided yet. It just kind of depends on what I find. Thursday night, legitimately, AJ and myself are going to Interstellar, and we're going to check that out. Friday morning, and I do mean Friday morning, and by morning I mean 11:30 a.m., AJ and myself are going to watch Big Hero 6, and then we're going to do AJ's movie reviews on Friday. Hopefully it'll be out, if everything works out, by mid-afternoon or early evening. If not, evening, just evening. I'm not talking about, like, the wee hours of the morning. No, it's going to actually be later on, but it's not going to be as late as it could be. It's going to be a lot earlier. So hopefully, if everything works out with the FreeMake video converter that I have now, then it'll probably work out to come out really, really early compared to normalcy. Saturday, personally, AJ and myself are going to be going to watch The Godfather in Athens. And after The Godfather, we're going to watch Dear White People. And we may be watching a third movie. It kind of depends on if they get anything else. Hitting up Wendy's, doing some cool stuff there. Saturday's video will be the Gaming with Ash segment, which Ashley returns. And Friday, real quick, I'll go back to Friday. Sorry about that. I get kind of confused sometimes. Friday, of course, will be the last Halloween Horror Nights 24 video that I'm going to be shooting. And the next time I talk Halloween Horror Nights will probably, if everything lines up, be with the Horror Nights Updaters. I should be joining them for their podcast. And once I find out about that, I'll let you guys know via my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, you can find out what's going on in everything in everyday life. And this Sunday, of course, will be the brand new Versus. I don't really have anything to do Sunday unless I'm having to work for any reason. And I got some days to relax, and then we do it all over again next week. So a lot of stuff going down right now. Excuse me. And a lot of things to think about. Trying to get all my eggs in one basket. Sometimes it's kind of easy, sometimes it's kind of hard, sometimes kind of in the middle. Right now it's kind of in the middle. I mean, I can't really complain about a lot of things. Obviously, personal things aside, I cannot complain about my living arrangements. I cannot complain about my friends and my family. I cannot complain about my job security. I can't complain about any of that. I'm very fortunate in that aspect, and I'm very fortunate to have a lot of awesome friends that I know personally, and friends like you guys out there that know me now personally. And hopefully I will actually see you in the parks one of these days. And if you do see me, just wave hi, like, oh, and hey, what's up? And we'll hang out, we'll go through a ride, or we'll go to a show, or we'll just chat for a few minutes, and we'll call it a day like that. So that'd be pretty fun. I always love running into fans of the channel inside of the theme parks. I don't really see anybody at Disney, which is weird. I'm Suro in Disney, so it's weird I don't run anybody at Disney. But at Universal, I at least run into one person I know every single night. And it's not necessarily the person I think I'm going to run into. It's going to be somebody that I'm not thinking I'm going to run into, and I run into them anyway. I got a lot of friends in Orlando, which basically would make it really easy to move there. The only thing holding me back, obviously, is money. If money were not an issue right now, I'd be on the next plane to Orlando right at this very moment. Now, granted, it's 11 o'clock at night, legitimately, on Tuesday night, so I can't really get on a plane. There's no red-eye from Parkersburg, and I have no way of driving to Columbus because I don't drive, but you know what I mean. Basically, if there was... money was no object, I would not have any credit card debt. I would not have to worry about the fact that I'm contemplating adding the last week of Halloween Horror Nights 25 next year as a potential trip. I would not have to worry about the fact that I have a Disney Vacation Club that is not paid off. It'd be totally paid off, and I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore. I'd just pay like $23 for my dues, and that's all I'd have to pay, and it'd be totally worth it. But yeah, the fact of the matter is I don't really have that, and unless some sort of a miraculous event happens, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So basically, it's just a short process, and it's a short process. It's going to take a long time, but once everything happens and I'm back on my feet again, everything's going to be wonderful. So in the meantime, it's like I basically just take day by day, and hopefully things will start working out. Now, granted, like I said, a lot of awesome things have happened to me, and a lot of things continue to happen to me. But yeah, it would just be really awesome if I could just like one day just walk down the street, boom, fall into money. But nah, it's not going to happen. That's just a pipe dream. And it's not even something really to dream about, because it's something that would never happen. But it'd be nice if someday, like, all of a sudden someone's like, all your financial issues are over. And I'm thinking, like, what did I do? What did I do to deserve this? Am I because I'm so awesome, or is it because you feel sorry for me? I mean, I would just question everything. It's just like this guy looked like Slugworth from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory comes up to me and says, oh, and all your financial issues are now over. And I was like, what do I have to do to make that happen? Yeah, I'm not sure if I should take this. Probably not. Not a good idea, because I don't really know you. Actually, I don't know you at all. I've never seen you in my life. As a matter of fact, you look like Slugworth from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. So, no offense, but yeah, I don't know if I should trust you or not. But, like I said, sometimes we just, like, I go into weird, like, tangents, which people just gotta get used to it from now on, obviously. So, I do thank you guys for your patronage for this channel. I do thank you guys for your viewership of this channel. The subscribers, I thank you guys as well. I wish I could stop coughing. That'd be awesome. But bear in mind, I appreciate everything. And like I said, things are not the greatest right now, but they're going to get better. And I know they're going to get better. And somehow, some way, I'm going to find that financial diamond in the rough. And I'm going to be able to make all of these money problems disappear. I don't know exactly how yet, but it's got to be a way to make it happen. I always land on my feet, but I probably shouldn't be thinking this heavy about everything. It's just going to frustrate me and turn this hair even grayer than it already is. So, yeah, there's always that. Yeah, I wanted to talk about solo traveling, end up basically talking about financial issues and just hodgepodge of randomness. So, that's why we call this the vlog of randomness, because I talk about a bunch of random things, and this is pretty freaking random. So, yeah. That's what we've got right now. I'm now legitimately looking for a second job, and hopefully people will understand, and I'll get that second job, and everything will work out. And hopefully the current job I have will continue to give me hours and continue to make me feel like I'm a valued employee. It's always nice to feel valued, it really is. And hopefully everything will continue to work out, and in one form or another, by the time it's all said and done, everything, and I do mean everything, will have a silver lining. So that's pretty much my vlog of randomness for today. Don't know where that came from. I guess I kind of just wanted to vent to everyone today. I basically did. It's not like poor pitiful, and it's nothing like that. It's just, I just want to tell you guys what's going on. Just give you a little insight into something I usually don't talk about. Now, granted, I'm not talking about my personal life or anything like that, but this is something I don't usually talk about. So, hopefully, you guys and girls out there enjoyed this this nice look into what's going on right now. And I will join you for the vlog of randomness next week, and we will do that video about solo traveling and the pros and cons of solo traveling. I don't know what the vlog of randomness will be like the week after that, but it's random, so I can talk about anything I want. I can just tell you guys that I go to bed at 12 o'clock midnight, and I lay in my bed, and I watch the Disney Channel until I fall asleep. That's how it works with me. So, there's always that. So in the meantime, thank you guys and girls out there for continuing to watch, continuing to support Pop, and continuing to view all the videos. And the subscribers, thank you out there for doing so. If you like what you're seeing, then please, by all means, spread the word. And you can do so by clicking like on our Facebook fan page. It is Suro and Disney Pop on Facebook. If you'd like to send me a friend request on Facebook, let me know you're a fan. Not just, I get random people that message me every once in a while, and I don't know who you are. And I don't necessarily want to accept because I don't know exactly who I'm talking to. So if you are a fan of this channel and you know me personally or know me via YouTube, then by all means let me know when you send me a friend request. Send me a message, say, oh, and I like your videos, and keep up the good work. Something to the gist of that. And you can send me a friend request on Facebook at Owen Disney. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, everyone's doing it. It's the cool thing to do, right? I do follow Fridays, so yeah, I shout out all my awesome friends on Twitter, and I do so at my Twitter, which is at Suro and Disney. And if you'd like to email me, we can chat via email if you want to do that. You have ideas you want to see on Versus. You have ideas for Sip and Snack. You'd like to be a part of Sip and Snack and do your own video, and I'll bring it out to everyone, show it to the masses, do it that way. If you have a movie you'd like to see reviewed that is new, we don't old movies, unless you have a Versus idea. That's the only way we really would talk about older movies. But if you have a segment idea you would like to see, if you have something you want to see Ashley do, and you can get a hold of me that way. You want to see stuff, you want to see Ben and Will, I don't know about that, I'll see what I can do about that. But if you are curious about anything, then you're more than welcome to send me an email. We can talk wrestling, if you'd like. We can talk Disney, Universal, Halloween Horror Nights in general, ask me questions. If you want to become a popcaster yourself, I can tell you how. Very simple. Just send me an email, suroanddisney@gmail.com. So in the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls out there for watching. Enjoy the rest of the week here on Pop. We got a lot of content coming at you every single day. And until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all I got to say about that.